Yeah, crowd going wild in the chat right now. And just humming through your headphones. You ready? This the league they tune in for.
Got them locked to the stream, can't blink, can't breathe. Got them up by the seats, green flag low from the screen. Every turn, every move, hearts beating. Best show you'll ever seen. Who'll be the king of the track with every stat on bleed? Watch every name on board, that's a whole new speed. Virtual sparks when they dive out, turn four. Excitement picking up, you can feel it through the floor. Late night, wide eyes, they replaying this run. Rewind, slow-mo, racing under the setting sun. Pedals on fire, glued to the feet. Every restart feels like a brawling D. We live for that countdown. 3, 2, 1, green. Elite, racing league, they can't look away. Hearts in their throats, every move they make. Jack going crazy, it popping on the speedway. Elite, racing league, leaders set the pace. Elite, racing league, all the other in chase. Sweat on my neck, but I can't miss this view. Got a hometown kid on pole, mama watching from her phone. Fans in the room and they lean to the screen. Hands on their face when drivers spread that seam. Every tight corner like a fever dream. With the checkered inside, will this thing clean up? 3, 2, 1, green. Elite racing league, they can't look away. Hearts in their throats, every move they make. Jack going crazy, it popping on the speedway. Elite racing league, leaders set the pace. Last lap, heartbeat sync with the crowd. Engine scream, sound the siren loud. If you ride with us, better stay on track. Once you take this seat, you go back. Crowd.
Welcome to Watkins Glen International, where left, right, and raw horsepower collide. Today, we are here for the Truck Series, taking on one of the most demanding road courses in motorsports. 8 turns, nearly 2.5 miles, and absolutely zero room for mistakes. Joining you here today is myself, Gerald Campbell, your lead announcer, with Mr. Mike Goodman here doing the co-announcement with me. Jesse Rasimas will be the on-track producer here, and Mathieu Weeks, the race control that might have an easier time than he did at Daytona last week. We hope so, as these drivers are getting ready. Qualifying has just wrapped up. Goody, are you excited? Because I think we have both taken a look at the starting lineup, and we don't have what you call road course ringers, which is going to make tonight's race that much more exciting for us, I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to be real exciting here tonight. It might not be the Captain Chaos that we saw last week at Daytona, but we got a lot of good drivers in the field that I still think will put on one hell of a show here tonight. First off, looking at that pole sitter, William White, I think he's going to be a tough one to beat as we go through the starting lineup here. Of course, we got Chad Frankenfield and last week's winner, Ray Bracey, former road course winner in Elite Truck Series history as well. So there's a lot of names as I'm scrolling through the field as I'm assuming we're going to go through the lineups here shortly that will have a shot at getting into victory lane here tonight.
Absolutely. And going through the field here, we're going to get it started off. William White, our English driver for tonight's race, going to be starting it off on pole right behind him. The closest thing to a road course ringer, a champion, Tyler Fody. In third place, you have Tom Bourne, a really well crafted road course racer himself. Gavin Hibbs in fourth. Ty McIntosh will be starting tonight's race in fifth. Dylan Javier in sixth. Chad Frankenfield will be starting in the seventh position. Justin Fuller will be starting in eighth. Caleb Pachumer will be starting in ninth. And rounding out the top 10 will be Leighton Norgard.
Now we're going back into row number 6. And of course, the first name I got to read off here is the whole man with a bunch of... Oh, no. Actually, the first name I got to say is Hunter Smith. Apologize. He's starting 11th. Then in 12th, I was just too nervous for it. Paul Mikolajczyk in the 12th position. In row number 7, it'll be Gavin Higgins in that 20 truck. And last week's winner, Ray Bracey, rounds out row number 7. And in our next row in P15, we got Cale Pocock. And starting alongside him is Corey Abbott. In row number 9, now it's going to be the Rocket Man, Seth Rawls, on the inside. And on the outside of him, and starting in P18, is Austin. Man, I missed his name and I always forget it. There you go. Thank you.
In a bit.
And then row number 10, we got Ethan Burrell, and I missed the other name there as well. I think
Logan Shahy. Yeah, Logan Shahy.
Logan Shahy.
I'll help you out here. We're going to go through the field a little bit quicker here.
I'm sorry about
Because
that.
we're going to go green before too long. Justin Vandermeer will be starting in the 21st position. Colin Bolton will be starting 22nd. Graham Bullis will be starting 23rd. Frank Fody all the way back in the 24th position. Michael Hossack 25th. Cody McCorkle going to be starting in the 26th position. Dominic Wright will be starting in 27th. EJ O'Rourke 28th. Art Reimer in 29th. Andrew Hardcastle 30th. Jeff Green all the way back in the 31st position. Bryce Fody, the third Fody, if you can believe it, it's going to be starting back in the 32nd position. Josh Adams is going to be starting 33rd. 34th will be Clay Mitchell. Connor Thomas is going to be starting in the 35th. Pierce Hostler will be starting in 36th. Joshua Freed, 37th. Sam Batwell, 38th. Trenton Ryoloff will be starting 39th. Rob Moody will be starting 40th. Scott Larson will be starting 41st. 42nd will be Jaden Rasimas, Randy Yoakum in 43rd, Harrison Talon 44th, and Liam Colin. I'm not sure if he made the field, but he would be starting in the 45th if he does. Alrighty, they're going to be coming out of the final turn here in just a second. This is Watkins Glen International, where precision beats power, mistakes are punished instantly. Welcome to some road course racing, as these folks are going to get going here for the second race of the Elite Series, where the racing gets good and the good gets racing. Green flag is out, and William White leads it from the front row.
Hey, we didn't make our picks. I'm just calling my shot. I'm going with that 95 truck of Gavin Hibbs as we go down into turn number 1. And Tyler Fody takes the lead as things get hairy going into turn 1.
They went 3 wide instantly. They're already hitting.
Again.
This is not the part of the track where you want to have mistakes. This will lead to a big pileup if they wreck in this corner. There is no rooms to mistake. There is walls on either side. They're going to be able to get through it cleanly, at least for the first lap. As Tyler Fody gets out to a pretty good lead, it's going to be right behind him. Ty McIntosh able to get into that second position there. We're going to get these words down before too long.
Hey, it's early in the night yet, but, I got to say, I'm thinking these guys are going to be aggressive early on. Like you said, there's not the Ethan Stanleys. There's no road course ringer out here tonight, except for maybe you could say Tyler Fody, who's jumped out to an early lead. But this race is open on the table. At least a lot of these guys in the field will think so. So jockeying for position, I think that the aggressiveness will be ramped up just a little bit extra tonight.
Yes, these drivers all know what's on the table here tonight. Again, we're back to where points matter. A win and in is out of the contest. So these drivers know how important points are going to be for the final regular season tally to be able to try to make it into the chase. So every point does matter here. Let's check real quick. I think Jesse Rasimas has the stages here for tonight. I don't know if we have stages, but I do think we have a competition caution. Yes, there is stages at the end of lap 10. So first through 10th will be awarded a point. So 10th place gets 1 point, first place gets 10 points, as such as that. So right now their goal is for these drivers to find one of those top 10 positions before the end of lap 10, which is coming at you quicker than you would believe at a road course. There is only 8 turns here, so a lap time around here only takes a little over a minute, about a minute and 12 seconds. So they are flying right now on track.
You know, as far as road courses are concerned, I think, isn't it kind of fair if we call this like the super speedway of road courses?
I would say so. I think it is absolutely, for a road course standard, I would call it the evening playing field, because the road course, aka experts that are really road course savvy, don't have as big of an advantage, because at least the majority of stock car drivers have turned some laps at Watkins Glen. It's one of the easier to figure out to get around, at least. So I feel like out of any road course race, that this is probably the one that drivers are not going to have as easy of a time to distance themselves.
Yeah, I think it's a track easy to learn but tough to master. So I wouldn't, you know, when Gerald says that, I don't think he means this track is easy, which I think
No.
he kind of alluded to. But as we see here,
Race racing is never easy.
Yeah, Harry's proven that for us too. This would probably been me if I was out in the field tonight. Harry going around there in turn number 1, but he's back going and kind of bringing up the field so far. But still early on in the going, lap number 3, as Tyler Fody is still leading the way, but Ty McIntosh kind of reeling him in a little bit, or at least keeping him within the arm's reach right now.
As you said, aggression, I do believe, is going to be pretty important early on, because you can make a little bit of mistake, especially if you're farther back in the field. If you spin out like Harry did, it's not over. You will have a caution at the end of lap 10 to bunch things up and be able to go back at it. So, I mean, it's not end of game. You're not going to automatically be all the way in the back without a chance to be able to work your way back up to the front. It does make it more difficult, though, but right now these drivers have been playing a pretty precision-like game right now, as they are all single file out. We're not really seeing too many accidents on track, so that's really well driven for these 44 drivers that are on track.
Yeah, I think you know, we're talking about the aggressive levels coming up. I think right now they're just kind of feeling the truck out, getting ready for that stage break. You know, some of the guys, if they're going to pit before the caution comes out, or if they wait until that caution comes out to come down pit road, and kind of let the chips fall where they may at that point. And then I think we're going to see things ramp up quite a bit here. But right now, we do have Seth Rawls, the Rocket Man, looking on the inside of Ray Bracey, our last week's winner. And that's a battle for the 13th position. But it looks like Bracey's going to have the preferred line going into the final corner, and he's going to hold on to that 13th spot, at least for now.
And if Ray Bracey was just one season earlier, that win would have guaranteed and blocked in position for the chase. But now that they are not guaranteed, he has to come out here and still be able to put up a good result if he wants those points to carry over. As our points leader right now, Ray Bracey, is still having a really good position battle right now for right outside the top 10. Looking to try to see if he can be able to get a little bit more spots up on there. He has won a road course. It has been quite a few years since that has happened in the truck series, but he does have some experience on the road course in the trucks.
Yeah, and you talk about that win and not in. Here we have another replay of a wreck. Jesse Rasimas, almost the same spot as Harry.
It's a tough spot because you kind of can't back up until everyone goes by. So,
and I got to use my former colleague Carlos Acosta's too much beans there going into the corner, and then we got it again. Twice as nice.
Oh,
not as lovely though.
Looked like it happened in the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, you see Rasimas already on the inside wall there when Scotty Larson went around.
I hope Gavin, you get every week where Ty the lot of words you have to always be able. Hopefully, he qualifies right where you have to be able to announce him. Paul Michalija, that is in the 77.
You know,
he's worked his way up though.
He's working his way up through the field, and well, actually started 12th, but he's currently sitting there. But I'm going to learn to say his name. Oh, there's smoke ahead.
Oh, Chad Frankenfield in the worst part of the track right now.
No caution.
Well, they won't throw a
Only
caution
car-
unless multiple
one-
multiple are involved.
Oh,
Oh, did he lose it on his own?
I think he did too many. Oh,
Oh, he tried to get it in underneath
these
the.
car, these trucks look
Who is
so
that
similar.
for?
He
Oh
thought
boy!
he thought he was Tommy Bohr. They got the same paint scheme on out there tonight.
Oh,
that
a
was a
Leighton
tough shot.
Norgard. That was.
I think
That's a lot of.
Yep,
That's a
Leighton
lot of
Norgard
damage.
got the worst out of it on that one. But Chad, as well, not going to be too pleased, but a little aggressive early on in the going here. Look, Leighton nowhere to go.
That could have been far worse, though. In that part of the track, if they would have came back down in front of the field, that would have been at least 10 cars or 10 trucks involved if they would have come back down. But both of them were able to go up to the wall there and kind of clear away a path. Chad Frankenfield is able to resume. It doesn't look too bad for his truck.
Hey,
Leighton Norgard, not so much.
Oh, yeah, he's still rolling.
That's a modified.
Yeah.
That wheel's pointing the wrong direction. If you look at it, it is pointing the wrong direction entirely.
That's pointing, it's pointing out to the.
Yeah, he's going to have really good ability to turn to the right. There goes the fender.
Oh, that's back again.
Oh, they're right in the time. It's right there, 77. Around right in the bad part of the track. Paul McElijah, caution is going to come out.
Caution is out.
Oh, they're still wrecking. Oh, boy.
Oh, this one. Ooh, caught a couple cars at 0-0 there of Colin Bolton. Kind of the same fate that Leighton Norgard just had a few moments ago. Just absolutely nowhere to go. Too wide through the S.
Yeah, you see Bojo underneath there, and then here comes Seth.
Oh.
He tries to get in there, and it looks like Paul was trying to go about cutting him off there.
Yep.
Oh, 4 trucks involved. Comes right back down. A horrible spot of the racetrack.
I think Paul was trying to stop the bleeding. He was at that bad angle. I don't think he knew how quick that 25 of Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Mathieu Weeks judges that, because that is a tough one, because he was trying to block him off there, but I think Seth just had too much momentum, and with that dive, I mean, right in that spot right there, you're full throttle. So if you lift, you're going to lose all the speed for another, like 20 seconds of throttle time.
And you're going to one of the more high-speed parts of the track.
Yeah,
you
can't lift.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to really lose track position. I know him because I'm terrible through the S's, and that's why I am terrible here. So, but
you're not that bad.
Yeah,
no.
I'm not that bad. I'm not the worst, but I'm definitely
self-deprecation on broadcast. I think you enjoy it too much. Someone needs to get this man some help. This is interesting. I'm wondering, are they going to call this the stage or not?
Ooh.
Because it's got lap 8 right now. It depends on when the caution's coming out. We'd have to see if Chad's going to.
If you get going, if we get 1 to green this time by,
you'd only get 1 lap, I think.
Yeah, we're restarting at lap 10, so it's basically just their next time around.
Yeah, I mean, they would have 1 lap of green. If the pace car lights go off this time, they'd have 1 lap of green. So
I didn't see
they're
many
discussing
cars
it now.
come down pit road. Oh, they're. Well, let's see, Chad.
They're discussing it now.
Chad might want to see the race.
This is the worst thing for Chad. Him trying to do math while racing. He can't do math in the best of times.
You know what? It shouldn't be his call if he's racing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Cars are coming down pit road.
Some are staying out. We got William White that is willing to stay out.
Is that one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do?
If I had to predict, Chad may stay out. I don't know. Even with damage, he's the type of guy that would stay out.
That might actually be.
Oh, here we go. We got a couple.
Okayest bet. But there we go. We got EJ O'Rourke. We got I think Leighton Norgard. He's got a pit. Rob Mooney staying out. So 3 trucks staying out. The rest coming down pit road. Let's see who wins that race off pit road. See if anyone tries to do anything cute. Oh, Tyler Fody, Gavin Hibbs, Ty McIntosh.
Yeah, a couple did look like Yeah, a couple of them tried to do some strategy calls there on pit road because we only had about 7 laps of green flag racing there. As you see, our little board
Oh,
up there. Oh no,
almost
4 tires for most of them. Yeah,
yeah.
Tyler
So
just didn't have a good pits time. He almost got overtaken, but able to retain that top spot off of pit road. But he will not be starting at the front of the field for this one. Now, the reason why William White would stay out is for a few reasons. I believe that he only still needs to make only 1 pit stop. I think even the drivers that have coming off of pit road right now still will not be able to make it on fuel. So in his opinion, if he hasn't used up his tires and he's done a really good job of saving them, there's no point of pitting because they all have to make 1 stop regardless. So that's the reasoning behind why a William White would stay out. Why more people didn't? Well, they probably just don't feel comfortable being in front of the field at Watkins Glen.
I was really surprised not to see more cars try to stay out on this, especially this stage being a little bit earlier. Right? Was that official? That this was stage?
I believe Chad did say it was official.
It was stage. Yeah, and making those calls in the cockpit, gotta love it. I'm gonna give him crap every time he does it. Just to let you know if I'm in the booth. But anyway, I just think that's fundamentally wrong. So if anyone at Elite, if you're listening, that's my campaign. But I'm surprised more cars didn't come down pit road because because of that fact it's earlier. It's even earlier than what we were scheduled, and it is still relatively early in the race. Now I didn't do my homework again this week, and I do apologize for how much laps they can go on a fuel tank. But I thought, yeah, William White is, I believe, still in the same boat as the other 43 cars or 44 cars or however trucks are out here in the field tonight. But I kind of like the strategy: get some clean air in front of them and let the chips fall where they may.
I like it if they well, I'll like it once I see how the first few turns end up. But some of the we got a driver, you got some of these guys were pretty far back there. We'll see if they're able to turn around. Yeah, there's a wild card definitely in the top 5 right now. We'll have to see how it turns out here, as these drivers are going to be lining up side by side. We will be going back green this time by, as William White will be leading it. Now EJ O'Rourke from the 28th position, going to be starting in the 2nd. Then you have Rob Moody starting from the 40th position, going to be starting in the 3rd position now. So we'll see if these 3 drivers, how they are able to do on older tires and with a very hungry wolf pack behind them. If they're able to survive the first few turns, then I might say it was a good call. But we'll see. I have a feeling Jesse's gonna have replays on action to come.
You know who the guy I'm thinking? I'm gonna predict the guy who's gonna be really aggressive on this start. It's gonna be that 10 of Ty McIntosh. If he can work a way around some of these cars that stayed out on this caution, he wants to get ahead of Fody. Remember, he was in, kind of that puncher's reach. He kind of kept Fody close on that last green flag run. And I think he knows that if he can get ahead of him and try to put some distance between him and that 40 car, he's got maybe a pretty good shot at winning here tonight.
I'm going to say keep an eye on the 95. He's going to be behind Rob Moody there. I think he's going to try to see if he can get underneath and make it 3 wide early on in turn 1. But here they come out of turn 8. Green flag is going to be in the air now. We're going to see how it all turns out here in turns 1.
Good start for the front row, kind of even. Diving down to the turn 1, Mooney going low. Oh! 3 wide,
boy.
beating and bagging, but I think...
we got a couple cars around into the wall. Into the inside wall. We have about 4 trucks involved there. I don't think they're going to go caution just yet, as they're able to keep it going. Oh, Tyler Fody getting loose in the infield part. Up through the S's, Tyler Fody got a bump, a massive bump.
And on this first lap, it gets a little hairy. We'll see. Wow, EJ O'Rourke getting around, muscling around William White, taking the lead. Oh, there goes Kevin. Oh, that's not looking good. Ooh.
He's able to keep it from that wall, but he was on Tyler Fody so deep there that He that was his only option. That or run over Tyler Fode going into the bus
And
stop.
that's gonna knock him out of the top 20. That's a heartbreaker for that
Yeah, that's
95
gonna send him
car.
way back. Out
And
front, it looks like
caution is out. Caution's out.
yeah. I had a feeling that was gonna happen from that wreck
Oh,
on turn
jeez.
1. Oh, it was even coming to the green. We didn't even
Oh,
see that back there. That was the 39.
oh, that was a hard lick.
Oh.
The 39 truck of Josh Freed, and I believe that was the number
Kale
7
Pocock, I
of
believe.
Pocock. Yeah, that was a good lick.
I think that was the third Abbott car. Oh my!
Man, that Tom
Frank
Bourne
Fode
was having a
destroyed there in the
good run.
41.
Man, oh man. Oh, Tommy, he looks like he got through it okay. Oh,
Yeah, Tom Bourne spun out the who's that?
yeah,
61.
61, and gosh,
Oh
I
man, there was
gotta
like
get the,
5 wrecks on the race.
that's Pierce Hostler, and it looked like just out of the exit that 61 truck just kind of died. I don't know if he missed his shift coming out of the corner, and
Oh boy,
owie.
he did not slow down at all.
Oh man, and he split
Randy
the two.
Oakham.
He did a good job splitting the other 2 cars, but there was that 61 car waiting for him, and as Childress once sang, the greatest fear in the racer's life is the crash they call T-bone.
He split the wreck to hit the wreck. That truck's just sitting there.
It's up and it is no good. Actually, just as I said that, I think the Rams just kicked an extra point. That's weird.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were talking about the game.
No, dude,
So
no,
it's like,
that was just
I was like, I don't know if you're behind because they made it in, but
that was weird.
don't be doing football terms while the race is going on. I can't. I'm going to get too confused on that. So William White does lose the lead to another driver that has stayed out. So I don't think it was a situation of fresher tires here. EJ Rourke just able to get a really good start there, able to get past William White. And now Tyler Fode has found himself in the 3rd position. So this sets up an interesting situation. Do these drivers go down pit road, or are they still dedicated to this this strategy here?
I think you gotta stick it out. You gotta play it out till the end. You made your bed, lie in it. And even looking at this top 10 now, and we're still early on in the going, but a lot of different names than what we've seen in the first about 10 laps of this race. You got Higgins finally breaking into the top 10. Ethan Burrell, he was kind of flirting, knocking on the door, but finally breaking his way in. And of course, last week's winner, Ray Bracey. So a couple different faces in there. We do see some cars coming down pit road on this caution, but a lot of the leaders staying out this.
Probably a lot of them for damage. I know Abbott Motorsports is running out of trucks because I think they've wrecked about half their entries of their 6 or 5 that they had. So not a good start for Abbott Motorsports back there. But yeah, this is interesting. This is they are definitely showing why stock cars have bumpers. Even at a road course, there has been a lot of bumping out of the way that I don't think we've seen all too often at road courses, in my opinion. This is definitely a beat 'em up style race that we're seeing going on right now.
You know, one thing I gotta give it an attaboy to EJ O'Rourke, currently our leader, started back in the 28th position, and granted he did stay out under that last caution, but did get around our pole sitter William White under that last restart, and now sitting pretty. And if he can hold on, he's got the oldest tires in the field, as we seen under that last graphic. But if he can hang on and cycle back in, getting that 28 spot jump from where he started could pay huge once he has to make his pit stop.
Well, this caution could have helped them as well because it does put a heat cycle on all those drivers behind with those fresh tires. So a heat cycle does tend to take some life away from and the advantage from some of those that are behind him. So now he's got William White behind him. All he's hoping is that he can be able to keep that 40 truck at bay long enough to where he can be able to get some fresh tires once they get to a window that he could be able to make it to the end.
Yeah, and William White's gotta be careful too. He's gonna have that 10 truck behind him. I think this restart could be just as crazy, but I'm hoping a little bit more fun than we've seen last go around. But I believe should be getting 1 to go here. as we're coming out of the last corner. See if they take the one to go this time, and kind of looking through the field here too, through all the carnage that we've seen out of the 44 trucks that have started tonight. Currently 41 on the lead lap. And I've seen just some guys like a Leighton Norgard, Randy Yoakum, Connell Bolton, Cale Pocock, and Chad Frankenfield, and I believe Frank Fody getting their damage fixed. So just staying on the tail end of the lead lap, working their way around to catch the field as they're doubling up, going back to green next time by.
I think you know better than anybody, Goody, that having damage early on at a road course is no fun. With how it handles and how you have to be able to now maneuver. It's already difficult enough to get around here. And those drivers back there that have just suffered a ton of damage, they've just made their lives a lot harder because it's going to be heck. That's for sure.
And unless, I mean, this is like the golden horseshoe, and it's happened before, at least to me. I don't know if it's happened to you, Gerald. I've had it at certain tracks where you get damage on a road course, and it almost handles better. But that is, I mean, so rare. So rare.
I don't think that says much about your racing skill.
Oh well, I thought I was describing my driving style perfectly.
I think Goody is just showcasing that he was that kid that the parents always had to turn down the horsepower on the go-kart just to stop spinning it out. I think that's what he's telling on himself.
I wouldn't be here today if my parents didn't. But
underneath some car.
I'm painting a picture. As long as you're seeing it, that's the important thing. So as long as I'm vividly painting this picture, so
it depends on the picture you're trying to paint.
Hey, I will. I mean, granted, a lot of that.
Who paid for the picture? That's my question. What they want a picture of?
Probably my mom will make her paint her a nice cat or something. But
there you go. Get your stuff at Goody's Goodies.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, I think we should be gearing up to see a good restart here. Again, I'm looking at row 2, seeing if they're going to make any aggressive moves, but bring them back.
I think aggression is due to happen here. We've seen it since the start of the field, since the start of the race, but green flag is going to be coming out. EJ Rourke has selected that outside lane, cleared himself by a lot. William White is struggling on these restarts here as they're going to go 3 wide once again into turn 1.
Ty McIntosh trying to make the power move on the outside.
Oh, spin out. We got a spin out back there. The 60, it looks like that spun around. Oh, big spin out now. Couple trucks spinning out in the worst part of the track once again.
But who's so? 60?
They're struggling with that turn.
Yeah,
26,
it
60.
Is getting real loose. That's Josh Adams in that 26 truck. And obviously, I think just reacting to what happened ahead of them and kind of got on the binders too hard. There's Jeff Green, 2000 Busch Series champion.
Oh, spin out at the bus stop. Big pile up. Looks like to be about 3 trucks involved. Man, they are bumping and banging back.
Ramping it up. And with all this chaos, there's Fody have to stop before he gets going out. Man, he looks like he has quite a bit of damage. We'll take a look. Oh, boy. Worst spot.
Massive
right at the
hit,
entrance.
yeah. Oh,
Thompson. Man, just cars everywhere. No, really, that might have been the best option for Thomas there too, Thompson there too. But wow.
Thank goodness there's not going to be another race here at Watkins Glen this weekend, or they probably have to fix some of the walls here tonight.
Oh boy, yeah, the Armco barrier would be destroyed.
Oh, God, absolutely slammed from behind there.
Was that Abbott in the 21 who had just victim of circumstances? Man, oh man, just a wild run here. And after all this, Ty McIntosh has gotten around William White. We've seen him right before this kind of chaos here. We see Jaden going around again as well. Did get up into second. He is about a second back, a little under a second back from EJ O'Rourke, who's pulling away with that lead. So, man, oh man, I gotta say EJ O'Rourke right now
is looking really good. Yeah, he's looking really good. Yeah, he's able to get around, but we're going to see, because now he's not going to have William White playing defense behind him. He's going to have fresh tires of McIntosh.
Ty McIntosh, I mean, he's been maintaining this pace roughly, but here's a pretty good, about 2/10 just out of that corner, Ty McIntosh was able to eat up. But even if he doesn't hang on to this lead for EJ O'Rourke, he's been pretty sporty. I don't know if he just had a rough qualifying, lap or qualifying session. I think it was 8-minute session.
Oh, the 57.
Oh! Does he hang on?
He does, surprisingly.
Where'd
there.
Where'd he go? There he goes. There he goes. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Only lost.
It's got the wall.
Only
lost
three
a
spots.
position. Well, he gained those 2 spots by.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think we can call that
actually,
a gain position.
Well, no, we can call that a wash then, huh?
That's called. I forgot where the brake marker was at. See, it goes right through there. All on him. He was able to keep it off those drivers in front. Hey, you know what? They're going to be more afraid of you the next time that you get behind them. So maybe it's a strategy call.
That's just a way to say put respect on the name, man. You don't know how crazy I am.
Here comes McIntosh. He's right there on behind O'Rourke. He's going to have the fresh tires. He's right there. I think O'Rourke might have had a couple bad turns because he's actually allowed a few of those drivers to catch back up. So we're going to see if that number 10 truck's going to have a chance going into turn 1. He might make a dive bomb move. He's going to have a little momentum.
Yeah, he's been looking for this all night long. Ty McIntosh, old potty mouth, door to door coming out.
Door to door. Knock the door handles off. Here they come. Ty McIntosh on the inside.
Advantage. Oh, I don't think he's gonna. Oh, he's got it. There he goes.
Those old tires played a factor right there. He could not keep it. He's gonna lose 3 spots here.
I think he bobbled just enough, and he's seen how much momentum he lost. And we talked about this earlier, Gerald. The importance of keeping that momentum through those S's.
Yeah, it definitely played a factor there. I think if he maybe didn't fight him as hard, he has older tires. Maybe he doesn't lose all the positions because he might even fall outside the top 4 here. As we're going to go back and see something happen to Scott Larson. That's just the worst spot of the track to have that happen.
Oh, did he hit the wall? Maybe a little pasito. And here goes
Harrison
too much
Talon.
Was this
no.
Wait, was this
No,
the
not
replay
a
of the
replay.
first one?
No, because this time he, I think he was marking where he wanted to get it later on because he slammed it this time.
Yep. That was just Babe Ruth. He called a shot. That's why they call him the GOAT.
I think, Tyler Frody's going to dive it in there. He fell off just a little bit, and I think it was because he was getting used up just a little bit. I think drivers were definitely taking advantage of trying to get early on track position, and he burnt up those rear tires. I think he's got him calmed down now, and now he's going to try to see if he can make a run because here comes White. White's just hoping that there's no more cautions because he is not doing a good job on the restarts here as he's going to take the outside lane down this straightaway into the bus stop.
Oh, he got in the grass a little bit.
Wheel to wheel. They're going to beam bang.
Wow, they made it through the bus stop too wide.
It's going to leave that door open, though. Fody is underneath, going to try to see if he can be able to make the move. It looks like he will have the momentum. It's going to be a drag race.
Look at the top 3 within a half a second of each other. 0.3 of a second to be more like it. Look at out the rear view mirror here, out of the back of the truck of Ty McIntosh. Look at watching Fody and William White battle it out. That's exactly what he wants to see, but it's not going to last that long.
Fody's going to have that advantage with the fresh tires on those drivers. But here comes William White right back to his back bumper. Is William White going to stay behind, or is he going to try to look underneath? It looks like he is going to take some. He's slamming him hard.
He's hitting the intimidator button. He's hitting that tap, 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 tap. He's trying to freak him out. But Tyler Fody, he's been in this position way too many times before, and he's holding on to that second spot right now. EJ O'Rourke and Hunter Smith falling back there a little bit, but still hanging on to the top 5.
Yeah, they're hoping that they can get to that position where they can be able to pit. It's going to be shortly. I think EJ O'Rourke will be the first one to go down pit road when it becomes available with those older tires. So once EJ O'Rourke goes down, we know that they can make it to the end.
And I don't know if you've just seen EJ O'Rourke's car kind of just going through this bus stop there and just sliding through that bus stop a little bit more than the other cars with a little bit fresher tires. So you can just almost tangibly see the difference of these older tires right now on the racetrack.
Zach is telling me that there's no door handles on. I know that, Zach. But there's decals of door handles on some of them, and they probably have been scraped off. So there you go.
Yeah.
But right now, but right now it
What?
looks like it has starting to space out. We have a 6 seconds gap from first down to 10th, and just about 5 or 6 laps of green flag. So these drivers out front are definitely putting down some really fast lap times. As you see, McIntosh starting to put a little bit of a gap on Tyler Fody. I don't know if that's just Tyler Fody playing the game of cat and mouse and seeing if he uses up his stuff to make it easier on him later on. But you see the back end of that 10 out of the S is starting to wiggle and waggle. He is trying his hardest to put down the throttle.
Yeah, and we've seen this. I don't know if we look at the lap times, we don't really see, uh, Ty McIntosh setting a fast lap, but he's been really consistent. You see him on those speed charts and the last 5 laps for him, and Ty McIntosh looks like he's just putting a very smooth race together. I think Tyler Fody, glass ceiling a little bit faster, but right now I like the way that Ty McIntosh is going to be smooth. He's giving himself a shot. Even though, again, we have 30 laps to go, long way to go in the race, but putting himself in position early on in the going to try to knock off Tyler Fody for the win here today.
William White is not going away. He is right behind Tyler Fody with those older tires. He is looking to try to take an advantage here of Tyler Fody playing a little bit patient. Maybe if he can get back up there, he is just right now just net positive from where he was for that tire strategy. But trying to see if he can get a little bit more advantage, maybe showcase that he has that longevity speed once they are evened up on tires. So Tyler Fody is probably taking note of William White's ability to make tires last.
One guy talking about a net positive. We've talked about EJ O'Rourke staying out not pitting so far, but Ethan Burrell, he did just lose 1 spot, but he's up 12 or 11 spots, sitting in 8th spot right now, holding a decent wheel right now, probably waiting for that pit stop. We see started 19th, currently up into the 9th position. A good run for him. Had I think a pretty tough night at Daytona last week, so looking to get a good finish here tonight at Watkins Glen, and maybe tonight's gonna be that night.
Even with all the damage and the wrecks and everything that's happened on track, we still have 39 trucks running on the lead lap right now. We'll tell you, these leaders in probably about maybe 4 laps are going to start approach some of these slower lap traffics, and it is inevitable that at least some driver in the top 10 is going to have an issue with a lap car. We've seen it in too many elite races where someone in the top 10 ends up having some kind of contact with a much slower lap traffic. It's just it's the nature of a very high-paced, very fast road course, and some of these lap traffic not knowing how to approach being able to give way to some of the faster trucks. So do not move. You may see these drivers starting to space out, but at any point in time, any of them can be involved in a massive situation with a lap down truck.
And again, I know this world as a lap down car. Some of these cars are so fast. At least you don't have like the Ethan Stanleys out there tonight. Thanks, buddy. But he's usually so
giving
fast.
us a good race, thankfully.
Man, like a lot of times, like your car, you're kind of just minding your piece because you're going out for a Sunday drive, and all of a sudden you get this guy coming up just going bonsai. I mean, you see the lap times difference. I'm not gonna lie to you, folks. It's like a 6 seconds difference. It's quite a bit of a difference. So even when you're a lap car, you gotta be on your toes. Oh, Rob.
There goes Moody. Yeah, Rob Moody getting spun out by Leighton Norgard there. Looks like Leighton tried to tuck his nose in there, and Rob Moody probably was not looking at the mirror at the time of entry.
I think he just had to take a tow.
Oh yeah, and probably knocked the radiator out of it, or he just said, "I'm done."
Yeah, just that spot didn't want to back up, and yeah, we're calling her good.
You know that. You've been in that position there, Goody.
Oh yeah. Yep. Just your only hope is you don't want the camera crew, but Jesse's too good. He's on it tonight.
Yeah. Some of those drivers, after you have a long race and you're like, you know what, 28 laps was just enough for me to realize I don't want to do this anymore at Watkins Glen. But for the majority of the folks out there, we still have 30 I think still 38 trucks on track. So the majority of the field is still trying their darnest to get some points here.
I've been kind of watching the lap times of our top two guys right now, and I'm gonna say I have a feeling Fody is kind of playing a little bit of a cat and mouse game right now. He's kind of just letting Ty set that pace up, and I think because I think when he wants to, Fody can close about a 2/10 second of a gap a lap. And here I think we see Ty pulling away a little bit, but I expect that gap to kind of play between about a quarter to a half a second. Is kind of where Fody seems to be liking where his that gap is right now.
Ooh.
The 03 of Trent Roloff.
Yeah, they don't usually tend to spin in that direction there. Luckily,
Yeah.
it is off the main part of the track there. But we do have some lap traffic coming into play now, as it looks like they are just in sight now in front of them. So these drivers are going to have to play how to.
They're
almost
too
like
wide ahead of him too. Oh. Uh-oh.
I'm trying to think of a game that you would
Sort
have.
it out.
Potato.
Oh. Yeah, it's like playing through a minefield right now with some of the
There you
lap
go.
cars.
Oh,
no!
right there. Cut right in front of Ty
boy.
McIntosh.
Oh,
Here
my
comes
goodness.
Fody. He's going to have the run.
Oh man, I do not want to hear the in-car audio from that 10 car.
They're going to throw it in. This is the bus stop. They're going to be side by side. Tyler Fody's going to have the advantage, and now he doesn't. And he's going to be stuck behind the lap car. The lap cars taketh and they giveth at the same time.
I was the same. Ty McIntosh died by the sword and lived by the sword to hold on to that lead. This battle right now reminds me of what is it? Marcus Ambrose, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Busch back in what was that? 2011.
Oh, we don't have rain yet on the racetrack, but we do have lap traffic. To get through at least the first bit of the lap traffic, but this is not going to end. There is a ton of more trucks that are on the racetrack, so they may have gotten through the first couple of them, but we will probably have a few more. Ooh, there we have Pierce slam the outside wall. It looks like he might have given up the ghost as well. Got a little loose and then hit it hard there. That would have knocked the wheel probably out of.
Yeah, it looked like he got stuck up against the wall. That was a pretty good lick for that truck, as Ty McIntosh still holding off Tyler Fody, but you can see how hard he's getting on the gas on exit. That car unstable, not smooth, and that's gonna hurt him. Oh,
William White's right there. This has now brought it into being a 4-car battle. Here comes Smith in the 45. We haven't said his name that much. Hunter Smith now it's going to be right behind William White. We have 4 drivers underneath 1 second. That's just how exciting this race has been. This is probably one of the best road course races I've watched in a while, and these drivers are giving it their all. You wouldn't know it that there's not a win and in situation. They just want to win to begin with.
Yeah, we seen Ray Bracey last week. We knew how excited he knew it wasn't winning in last week, and he talked about how much he could remember it, or he's going to remember it. But that was Daytona. This is Watkins Glen. I can tell you, there's a lot of drivers. Ty McIntosh being one of them in that number 10 truck. Hunter Smith in this 45. It doesn't matter if it's Daytona or Watkins Glen. They want to win. They are hungry, and man, I am really proud of the runs they're putting on here tonight.
This battle is going on. We are being told we need to do a commercial. We're going to do a side-by-side commercial because we don't want to lose the action on track here. So we're going to do a quick side-by-side commercial so you can still be able to see the action at the front of this field before they get into even deeper lap traffic.
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
Tickets for the 2026 Season of Speed at Worldwide Technology Raceway are on sale now. The Bommarito Automotive Group 500, June 6th and 7th. The NASCAR Cup Series Enjoy Illinois 300, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and Confluence Music Festival, September 11th through 13th, and the NHRA Napa Auto Parts Midwest Nationals, October 2nd through 4th. Save big by going to www.raceway.com.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Well, we appreciate our sponsors for tonight's racing. They have definitely paid for a really good race here going on. Now, we appreciate you bearing with us as we're back here now. You've been seeing the action in the side-by-side. Tyler Fody is doing everything he can, but what I'm more impressed is how Ty McIntosh has been able to maneuver his trucks. He's been side-by-side in multiple situations and has retained the lead every single time. It is getting harder and harder as those back tires start to go away, but this is getting to be some incredible racing.
I mean, Gerald, how many times during the commercial break we thought, "Oh, Fody's got him." Even right here, he's going to take a look. He might set him up, but man, Ty McIntosh has been able to answer every call so far. Those tires are angry. Those tires are upset. You can tell on corner exit. He does not have that grip, but he is doing that. Is all that is man. That is all Wheelman keeping that truck up front right now as we with 20 to go coming to.
I mean, what's helping Ty McIntosh is William White's right there. So every time Tyler Fody tries to do a setup maneuver, William White starts to look at trying to be able to overpass him. So Tyler Fody is trying to make these passes, but then he's immediately having to start to defend William White because of the situation of it being a left and then a right turn and then a left turn and then a right turn.
Oh,
he's out of position
Fody
every
loose.
time. It's Tyler Fody got really loose there trying to get the momentum, but he's going to have William White to the outside of him as here they come into the bus stop. They're going to be side by side. William White backs off for the time being, able to let Tyler Fody have the bus stop there. As this is exactly what I'm talking about. Tyler Fody cannot concentrate long enough to be able to figure out a way to get past the 10 because he's continuously having to try to defend his position. As we're going to have now 5 trucks in the battle because here to the game, here comes Gavin Hibbs. He is now tracked down from 3 seconds back. That is how much slower Ty McIntosh has been playing the defense game. As here comes Tyler Fody. He is done with the games. He is going to go ahead and take his chance with being one of the first trucks with fresh tires to be able to see if he can get the advantage and get clear. If I had to make a guess, we're going to have a bunch of people coming down pit road next.
And I think that even tells you how much Tyler Fody felt that Ty McIntosh was holding him up. Pit early, get by yourself, set some fast laps, and hopefully cycle yourself around Ty McIntosh. But I'm assuming maybe besides this 95 truck, because he has been on a tear lately. But I would say if I'm Ty McIntosh, if I'm William White, Hunter Smith, I'm considering coming down pit road this time by.
If you're Ty McIntosh, if you want to continue to be leading the race, you're going to have to play defense here. You're going to hope Tyler Fody made some kind of small mistake because Tyler Fody, with those fresh tires, may end up getting about a 2-second lead on you. So you're going to hope that if you come down now, you still cycle in front of him or you wait and try to see if you could be able to gain back on Tyler Fody. I think Tyler Fody has definitely played a good strategy here to be able to get himself out front. It's here they're going to get him down. Oh no, lap down car crossed right in front of him. Yep, here comes McIntosh and William White down pit road.
And then Hunter Smith will take over the lead here. Nope, wait, Gavin
Not
Hibbs. Maybe,
for long.
yeah, not
Gavin
long.
Hibbs
I think
underneath them.
Hunter may be long enough to lead that lap, but come down pit road with those leaders. But even looking at Fody, he is kind of by himself right now. I think the next truck is going to be Seth Rawls, about 11 seconds or 9 seconds ahead of him. But that's one thing too. You cycle back out. It's not guaranteed you're going to have clear track because 17th he went from Fody went from second to 17th. You could be right in the thick of some traffic, and now Fody. Let's see where he cycles around.
Fody is coming down the front straightaway. He is. Yes, he's in front of Ty McIntosh and William White, able to get about exactly what I said, about a second and a half. He is going to be right behind some lap down traffic, but he is able to get that big gap between him and those drivers behind him, which is exactly what he was looking for.
I'd be really curious to see what the shape of Ty McIntosh's tires were after that run. And let's see if Gavin Hibbs here as well. Does he come down pit road? Finally getting that lead, but he might want to lead a lap. Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, at least get a lap led here and get some points from leading that lap, as he's going to be able to come across the line and do just as such. Now the question is, do they wait and maybe have the fresher tires? But we saw how hard it was. I mean, tires are important, but we saw William White be able to last out there with the older tires. I don't know if you want to wait too long, because I don't think you can be able to make up the time. There's only 18 laps left in this.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. If anyone can maybe do it, as we see Scotty Larson going around again, is going to be that Gavin Hibbs truck. He was a considerable amount of distance. I wish I would have taken a note of how far back he was in seventh last time we talked about him, and able to work himself up into that top 5 group before they all kind of pitted. That was a good run. That was a pretty big muscle move there as well. But I still think you got to start thinking about coming down pit road, because, as you said, I think it's just going to be a matter of running out of time to close that gap. But if anyone could, it would be that 95 truck.
Well, we'll see. He's still on. Yeah, he's still on racetrack. He's pushing it very hard, but the lap difference is quite a bit right now. Tyler Fody is running 12 or 1 minute and 12 second lap times right now, and looks like Gavin Hibbs is running lap times of about mid 13. So about maybe about half a second difference between the driver with fresh tires of Tyler Fody and the leader of Gavin Hibbs. So that is quite a bit, though. After about 6 or 7 laps, that becomes a pretty hard distance to catch back up on.
Well, look at the gap between the two cars that were leading the show here. Fody was able to flip the script. Came out of the pits about a second and a half ahead. He's been able to stretch that now to about 3.5 seconds over Ty McIntosh. So definitely something to kind of think about, I guess, if you're Gavin Hibbs coming to pit road entry this time. But let's see if he comes in this time.
No, the majority, I would say probably about 2/3 of the field has pits. We got someone smoking really bad up there.
Man,
someone's got blown engine there.
Hey, money shift maybe. Who knows? That happens.
you would know.
It happens to the best of us. As Hunter Smith does come down pit road, so he'll relinquish that second spot. He's definitely having a good run here tonight. Let's see if he can get back into the top 5 before the night is over. Running that little Eagle Racing Ford, coming to his pit stop. And Tom Bourne, we'll get back up in a second, but I think he's kind of cycled through there from staying out. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
It is not over. One of these lap cars you've seen multiple times tonight can play a big factor in it. So even though Tyler Fody has the lead or going to be taking over the lead once the pit cycles has switched through, it is not smooth sailing. He has a ton of lap traffic to go through, with still somewhere around like 30. I think there's 36 or 35 trucks still on track. That is a huge amount of trucks that he has to try to maneuver around.
Yeah, and we see that gap there, and we just talked about it a couple
battle
laps
for
ago.
Second.
That gap. Yeah, Fody's there.
Well, eventual second.
Eventually, yeah. As Gavin Hibbs does go down pit road.
White and McIntosh side by side.
Oh,
White just had to relinquish. Sorry about that.
Oh, but even McIntosh, even him battling White right now, is closing in on Tyler Fode a little bit too. He went from 3.5 seconds to a little over 2. Even with this battle, he's kind of maintaining that gap. So as you were saying, Gerald, lap traffic definitely could play a big factor as we kind of wind down the race here.
I almost feel like because William White is right on the back bumper of McIntosh. Oh, McIntosh gets sideways, gets a bump by William White. Almost got bumped into the wall there. William White is needing to get around Ty McIntosh if he wants to go up there and battle against Tyler Fode there. But it's starting to get to the pushing and shoving. It's getting to the pushing and shoving stage. There's 15 laps left. He does not have the time.
What did Gavin Hibbs do on? Oh, Hostler going around again. No kissing the wall. But Hibbs pitted, and he's still in second.
That is interesting because he is starting to slow his lap times down too.
Did he take 2 tires for
he
Gavin
took 2
Hibbs?
tires. Oh, that is an interesting call.
Yeah, and
that's a good call, I think.
And we still have Tom Bourne still has yet to pit, and that gap between Hibbs and Fode now is 10 seconds, and that's a gap he can close. Fode can definitely close before the night's over, but definitely when Fode thought, oh man, got around McIntosh.
Got around everybody.
Yeah, although McIntosh still maintaining that 2.2. Oh, okay. So maybe
speeding penalty. Speeding penalty, maybe?
Maybe he didn't intend to have the 2 tires checked. That's a.
Or maybe he didn't get enough fuel.
Oh, too fast.
Oh no, that just changes everything for him. That's difficult.
Well, never mind what I said now. Tyler Fode 2.8 second lead. And man, almost putting a lap on Jeff Green, who's just having a hard go of it here tonight. Usually runs a little bit better. He's not a road course ringer per se, but usually see him at least in the top half of the field. He just goes a lap down in the 25th position currently running.
Is it 25th? I have him, 25th position. So yeah, he is. He's definitely having a little bit harder time. That shows you the leaders have already caught up to the lap or to the 25th position. I would say they still have probably. Before the end of this race, they'll probably still have to pass about maybe 15 more trucks, 10 to 15, if I had to guess. So definitely still not going to have an easy go of it for Tyler Fode.
Yeah, and it's looking like that his move to be the first car coming down pit road is going to pay off as we see Sam Boutwell spinning it around in the bus stop as well, running in the 38th position. You see Ty McIntosh still trying to hold off. They're about 3 seconds battle. Back from 3 seconds back in a 3-car battle behind our leader for that second spot. And how about again Hunter Smith? What a great run for him tonight. Starting back in the 11th position, currently holding on to that 4th spot. But man, he looks like maybe just waiting it out. Maybe he can get into a podium finish here tonight.
William White's throwing it in there. He's thinking this is his time. He has to be able to make it. He is able to make that pass on the outside. Incredible move by William White. Oh, the 45's in the back of the 10. Oh, they almost spun it around there. 45, Hunter Smith is not giving Ty McIntosh the time of day. He is pushing him up the racetrack. He is done waiting. He's seen the struggles it is to be able to get around that 10 truck.
And Ty's not going to give him a lot of room.
He did not appreciate the bump and run by the 45. Usually that tends to be you have to run away. As he did not, was he is now able to now get clear. So now Ty McIntosh falls to 4th. We'll see if William White is able to take those tires and be able to track down Tyler Fode with 12 laps to go.
Yeah, and Hunter Smith, he knew he had to get going, and I do like Ty McIntosh, not giving him room going into the next corner, but calmer heads prevailed there as that was a fun battle to watch. Let's see what William White sliding around. He's trying to get everything he can, but that gap's still about 3 seconds. He's going to have to throw some darts at the dartboard and see if he can find some speed in this track and catch up to that 40 car of Tyler Fode, who right now is sailing away a little bit, but maybe that gap's closing.
I hate to do this, but I want to be able to have the last 10 laps to where we can be able to watch it without interruption. So we are going to go to our full commercial break here. And when we get back, we're going to see the final 10 laps of this race to its completion and figure out who is going to be able to end up on top of Watkins Glen.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Tickets for the 2026 Season of Speed at Worldwide Technology Raceway are on sale now. The Bommarito Automotive Group 500, June 6th and 7th. The NASCAR Cup Series Enjoy Illinois 300, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and Confluence Music Festival, September 11th through 13th. And the NHRA Napa Auto Parts Midwest Nationals, October 2nd through 4th. Save big by going to WWTRaceway.com.
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
And we're back with 10 laps to go. Tyler Fode out front, tracking him down. William White, little by little, is starting to make up some time onto him, just at about 3 seconds behind him. Again, one bad lap car could erase that lead fairly quickly. Right behind William White is Hunter Smith, Ty McIntosh in the 4th position, Caleb Becumer in 5th, Gavin Higgs, even with Higgins, even after his issue, is now rounded about to the 6th position. Tom Bourne having a very steady night there in the 7th position. Ethan Burrell in the 8th from his 19th starting spot. Gavin Hibbs is up to the 9th position. And Ray Bracey up to the 10th position. So Ray Bracey still having a really good run as our points leader in the top 10. So those are our top 10. As we're going to go back to see what happened to Chad. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. The back tires came completely up off the ground there of Chad Frankfield.
We were talking. We didn't see the wreck before we watched the replay here. This is the first time we're seeing it too. I was hoping so bad. I was going to give Chad more crap about wearing the Steve Phelps hat and driver's hat at the same time, but that was definitely not. that wasn't that. That wasn't it.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, victim of.
You feel that one.
That yeah.
I think what makes it worse is this is his favorite track. He's had a rough time of it.
Yeah, and a lot of it. Well, that first one was maybe a little bit of his own doing there, but definitely a hard night for Chad Frankenfield here so far. But right now, Tyler Fode it's been kind of rubber banding between 3 seconds to 3.2 seconds of a lead for Tyler Fode from William White. But again, there you see kind of lap times again, rubber banding back and forth. But Fode overall, I think, having a little bit of an advantage as far as speed, but lap traffic coming into play. You never know. We've seen cars spinning out, especially in those first couple corners right before the S's. So you never know. I wouldn't count anything out yet, and I'm still saying maybe that Hunter Smith's got a chance to get a second place run here.
He is definitely taking those that dog leg there very tight. He's almost in the grass, and he is pushing it right now to get behind William White. We've seen what he would do for 3rd position. Guess what he would do for 2nd? So we'll see here as he is getting closer to the back of that 43 truck.
Yeah, and he's definitely putting himself in a good position all night, running in the top 3. Started back in the 11th spot. Kind of looking through the field for other big movers. We talked about Burrell. He's up 11 spots. He's currently in the 8th position. EJ O'Rourke, after staying out under our first caution, he's sitting back in the 13th position, and right behind him, Graham Bullis, up 9 spots, up in the 14th position. And
Yeah, so now you're getting to some of these trucks that have been involved in some wrecks, like Paul Mikolajczyk back there was involved in one.
Yep.
I believe Seth Rawls is back there. He was involved in one. So a lot of drivers outside that top 15 were some of them that has seen the the repairman a few times here tonight before getting back on the racetrack.
And I think we've just seen Seth Rawls around Leighton Norgard with that jalopy he's running with right now.
That thing's going to be put down like a bad dog at the end of the night because that thing looks rough.
Man, I'll give him an attaboy only being 1 lap down. He is in 29th position right now, but for how hard of a lick he took early on in the night and still being able to wheel that thing.
I almost want to do an onboard shot just to see where his steering wheel is pointing. That's tilted. Not as bad. It's tilted.
I guarantee you that was worse earlier on in the night, but he fixed up well enough. And even
I think he got some of it fixed. Oh,
just that little bit, it's hard. Look at that tire. He's probably not even
that poor tire.
Here. Oh,
that poor tire is not gonna get the attention it needs for holding on if it makes it to the end of this race.
Speaking of dogs, that tire is howling right now.
Oh yeah, that thing. It's not Goodyear anymore. That has been scrubbed off. That is a bad year. That is a bad year right there.
There you see Hunter Smith. His tire is looking pretty as he's still holding on to that 3rd spot, as everything's kind of standing pat between our top 3, as we see Ty McIntosh falling back a little bit. I think he's 7.8 seconds currently holding on into that 4th spot, but chasing him is Caleb Pachumer here in that 5th spot. Strong night for him as well. Just kind of uneventful night for him, but I think he's been running in the top 10 most of the night.
You remember Ethan Burrell going dirt track racing there a little bit. Gets into the back of the 95 and spins him. Doesn't spin him. Gavin Hibbs. Oh, wow.
Man, Ethan
incredible
Burrell,
save.
2nd week in a row, we see that pink 37 truck taking it pretty aggressive into the corners.
That Hubble Bubble has definitely got no bubble because it just slammed the back of that 95. And they were racing hard. I mean, they were racing. You get
side by side.
Well, if you remember, Hibbs took 2 tires, even though it didn't work out for him. Goes through the grass and then try to keep it there.
Oh, that was. I thought maybe that was an aggressive move by the 37, but I think Gavin thought he was cleared, but not so much. And Ethan Burrell getting the worst end of it, knocks himself out of the top 10, sitting in 11th right now.
I was going back to Pachumer. I believe it was Pachumer that was behind. Was that the driver that was behind Ethan Burrell that locked it up and went past him by 100 miles per hour, or was that his teammate Javier? That might have been Javier.
Yeah, I think it was Javier, but
Javier.
Some of these trucks are pretty. No, those trucks aren't similarly painted. But for some reason, I always get those 2 trucks, even when I'm on track, confused. I don't know what it is, but
well, he's having a good result.
Run too. Yeah, and he hung on to it earlier when he did bonsai into turn 1.
It could have been a lot different situation if he would have made contact there, but he able to continue going, opted to try to go out of the way to not run into the back of somebody, and his result ends up with him running in the top 10 here late in this race. So a lot of good stories, good results back there that are just going to get a little bit of a highlight from us.
It might be too little too late. We got 4 laps to go, but William White closing that gap ever so slightly down to 2.6, and Fody dealing with lap traffic right now. This could be huge.
Well, it just depends on if Tyler Fody is going to
he's got your brother,
how he approaches it. Yeah, that his brother might have made it a little bit easier for him. We'll see if he gives the brotherly love and puts a little bit of a block on William White just to get a little bit more distance there.
but he's also, old Bryce is new to Elite, so you don't want to piss too many guys off, even if it is for the sake of your brother.
That's true. He's got to get a name into the sport a little bit before he can start putting blocks on it.
Yeah, we'll see how
Got some
how
good
bad
racing back there.
White got a little too hot. He got squirrely out of the last corner there. That's gonna scrabble, I think, a little bit of speed off that 43 truck.
Got some good racing back there for the 12th position. They are really racing hard back there. EJ O'Rourke and looks like Paul McElijah making a little bit of contact, diving it in there. So good racing just outside the top 10. These drivers are a little bit of a block from Fody there. Didn't get out of his way as easy as he did for his brother. Going to set up where Hunter's going to have a shot at him.
That was well played. Not too obnoxious, but not just letting him by either.
No.
That was well played. I'll tip my cap there to the 80 truck. But that gap that put it all the way back to 3.1, 3 to go.
And that allowed Hunter Smith there to be able to have a little bit of a run on the 43, but it's getting a little bit time where the tires are going to be not as happy as they were when they first put them on. So we'll see how hard they push, because that's when you tend to have mistakes, is the harder you push at the end of this. And also, what's not ever spoken about, after doing this long of a race, even though it's not a full distance, it's still long enough to where your concentration is starting to lean a little bit away, just as it's just so much strain to be able to focus on all these turns and trying to be perfect. So there may be more mistakes. Some of these drivers may be getting a little bit tired. So we'll see if that plays a factor as we start to round out this race as to where these finishing position will end.
Yeah, I thought maybe this was, again, just me being a bad road course driver as well, but it is definitely a factor. You're hitting the brakes and you feel like you're using the same amount of force, but at this time of the race, your legs are getting just a little bit more tired, and that same force isn't going to be pushing the brake all the way down. So that's where you maybe get a sail off into turn number 1 later on in the going. But we'll see how locked in these drivers are with only 2 laps to go, and Tyler Fody still holding on to about a 3-second lead.
Good, he needs a gym sponsorship ASAP, folks. Get those leg muscles up.
I skip leg day anyway, man. What are you talking about?
Well, here we come to the white flag. Tyler Fody able to do a really good job of managing this race. He may not have led the entire thing, but he probably had full control, and it all stemmed from that ability to come down pit road before anybody else, whether that was some way of being able to save a little bit of fuel and being able to get that pit stop before anybody else could be able to make it to the end. But ultimately that allowed Tyler Fody to cycle his way up to the lead and has been smooth sailing ever since, as the driver that started on second place is going to look like he's going to have only 1 lap truck to have to deal with before they get back around to the checker flag.
Yeah, I think he'll have plenty of space. He can just sit behind this lap car before the heat takes that checkered flag. Tyler Fody, I think, playing cat and mouse all day, but he is the fat cat, as it looks like he's going around the final 2 corners looking to take home this win.
Good run for Tyler Fody, not racing for points, but for all the glory, as here he comes out of turn 8 to win the second race. He pushed the leader to the win at Daytona, but down here at the stretch, it has been all front nose clean as Tyler Fody takes the win at Watkins Glen.
What a run by Fody. William White comes home in second, Hunter Smith third, Ty McIntosh fourth, Caleb Pachumer fifth, Tom Bourne sixth, Gavin Higgins seventh, Gavin Hibbs eighth, Ray Bracey, last week's winner, comes home in ninth, and Dylan Javier rounds out your top 10.
It'll be a second before all the drivers get back around to be able to finish their laps, but that is not going to be Tyler Fody's concern, as he's going to go ahead and celebrate here on the front stretch, get some donuts in, as he is well rewarded for his hard efforts. Completely clean truck.
I was going to say, I'm glad Bojo's out there, because I was like, hey, this is 2 for 2 now with Bojo Paint Schemes winning so far here in the truck series. Oh, Oh, there goes my paint scheme. Thanks, Jeff.
Jeff not wanting to be left out of the celebration.
As Fode's burning it down, he's going to come down into victory lane. We'll be talking to drivers shortly, but again, maybe not the battle at the end for the win, Gerald, but I think all night long these drivers put on one hell of a show here tonight and proved why, you know, especially when when the talent level is a little bit more on an even playing field, that these guys can put a pretty good show on a road course.
Yeah, we didn't have Shane Van Gisberg out there essentially, and that kind of allowed these drivers to have a little bit more. I think that's probably what the aggression level was so high because everyone thought it was their chance to be able to shine here at the road course. But ultimately, the race is finished up here, as you see some of the results being tallied. I believe the hard charger was EJ or Work. We notated that net positive gain from that call earlier on allowed him to be able to make up a lot of positions. Tyler Fode leading the most lap. The fastest lap was William White trying to catch back up to Tyler Fode. It looks like he was able to clinch that extra point for leading the fastest lap. We did had quite a bit of lead changes for a road course, so we're very excited to see something like that, as we had 7 of them. Usually we only have 1 or 2 at most, so glad to see something like that happen, as looks like we have some of our drivers that finished in the top 3 in the waiting room here. We're going to go ahead and bring up the first one, and we're going to bring up third place finisher of Ty McIntosh here.
Good old potty mouth. Oh yeah.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he finished 4th.
Yeah, we forgot.
Hunter Smith, yeah.
Wait,
Sorry.
We apologize. Sorry, Hunter.
I'm wondering why Ty was in there. I'm sorry about that.
We'll
wait for. Yeah, sorry. Didn't expect the 4th place finisher to be up into the booth there, but we'll see if Hunter Smith gets in there. Let's go ahead and bring up William White, though, our 2nd place finisher and pole winner of the night. He got the points for getting the fastest lap, and he had pole, but I'm sure he's looking back at how it all played out. Ultimately, William, do you think that you could have played this a little bit differently if you could have pitted a little bit earlier when Tyler Fode came down pit road first? Do you feel like maybe it was a little kind of deflating that he was able to get that kind of distance on you and trying to make it up there at the end?
Yeah, in many respects, I am furious because that's probably the most winnable race I've ever run that isn't a race I've gone on to win. Like, in so many respects, in terms of pace, in terms of the situations I found myself in positively, and I still managed to choke. The restart's execution was terrible. Like, the green kept coming out before I expected it to, so I kept getting caught out. And then, yeah, like you mentioned, my strat from the start was to just cut the race in half, pit, excuse me, like lap 30 or so, just have a differential. Because my understanding was that most of the field were going to just pit the stage and then make their one pit stop in the second half, and that's pretty much what everyone did. I was more than happy to stay out. It didn't daunt me that everyone else around me pitted. Because I was keeping up just fine, even on slightly older tires. So my plan when sticking with Ty and Tyler was to just be smooth, so that I was preserving my stuff. I started to fall off a little bit the last couple of laps, so I thought, okay, I'll maybe short pit my fuel by a lap or so. And then I see Fode come down, and I'm like, well, I have no choice now. I have to react. And McIntosh, I'm sure, was thinking the same thing. So we both come in and nail the pit stop pretty good in terms of speed limit and that, and he comes up 3 seconds in front, and I'm like, okay, I've got something of a mountain to climb, but I'm fast enough to catch him with the laps he had left. But Ty, all respect to him, I was getting so mad behind him. He was making that truck so wide. I thought I was going to kill him, actually, going around the outside into the bus stop, but I figured I had no choice. I had to do something audacious if I had a chance of getting by him. And once I got by him, I managed to gap him, but time and traffic wasn't on my side. So really unfortunate. If I could go back, I'd pit 3 laps earlier and get the clean air, because I think that would have been the difference maker.
Second guessing tonight, that's going to be something that's probably on your mind for the next couple of days. But as far as the bigger picture is concerned, granted, we'll look at the point standings tonight, and it really won't show because of the drop week. But having, after last week, I believe you didn't have the best run, but I think with stage points you were sitting 5th in the points, and with a strong run tonight, you got to feel pretty good about your position in the point standings this early in the season.
Oh yeah, no, massive points haul. Obviously, Daytona is something of a dice roll, but getting that stage win obviously was big. A full 10 points is always big. And then I knew I'd be good here. I felt really good. I got pole with honestly what I felt like was the absolute lap of my life. And even that was only a couple hundredths better than Tyler. But it was then execution really on restarts mainly that that hampered me there. That's just experience, I think. This is the first time in a long time, if ever, I've been able to hang with the likes of 30 on a road course. So getting up there, it's experience at that point. But in terms of a points, well, yeah, it's massive. I imagine give it a couple of weeks when more races start to count, I think I'll be in the hunt for sure, just to make the chase. And then it's those last 6 or so races that ultimately make all the difference. But getting a good start at a super speedway and a road course, which can be sort of toss-ups, is massive for the rest of the season.
If you remember, with a new point system, the regular season champion gets a big benefit. So definitely something that I'm sure you're going to be looking at. But we want to go ahead and give you the table here to go ahead and give your shout outs for this top 3. Ultimately not what you wanted, but regardless, your sponsors and some of those that help you get here are definitely proud and definitely willing to listen to your congratulations.
Definitely, yeah, it's been a minute, but obviously University of Chichester, the Chai Challengers, been part of their sim racing team for about a year and a half now. They're a great bunch as well. Tanks.gg, a sponsor of Aleyton Norgard, obviously a series sponsor as well. Him, Andrew Hardcastle, Connell Bolton, Kel Pocock, Corey Abbott, Dominic Wright, and Shay Mitchell. I think that's everyone that was on the team today. We were very, very stacked. Obviously, you guys up in the production booth, Chad and everyone that runs things, keeps the cogs turning behind the scenes. My partner Holly as well. Basically, my #1 fan. She's amazing. So glad to do it for them as well, and for everyone part of my family that tries to catch these. So yeah, no, it's been a while. It's good to get back on the podium, but I am sort of, yeah, really quite mad that I couldn't go one better because I think I had it.
Well, on the day of we're winning in is out of it, at least you have the feeling that at least it was a good points finish. And when we get closer to the end of the regular season, I'm sure you'll be just satisfied with how you were able to finish out the night and get those points locked in. So that was William White, our second place finisher and pole winner of today's race. And I'm sure it won't be the last time we'll speak to him this season as one of our front runners in the Truck Series as this season progresses. Let's go ahead and we're going to be bringing up Tyler Fody, our race winner, able to get the win, able to play that pit strategy out absolutely perfect after having to battle so hard with Ty McIntosh. Said, why? When I can just go out and pit and get in front of him later on, able to showcase that long run speed there. Tyler Footy, tell us, what was the plan, and were you surprised that no one else pitted after a 4-way battle was going on for as long as it did, or did you just play it absolutely perfect to when the fuel strategy opened up for you?
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't the plan to start with. It was constantly changing as that run was going, but I think we all kind of had a target lap in mind with the green flag going at about lap 10 or 11. So we had about 40 laps to go, and around lap 30 was the halfway point, which I was already assuming most people were going to do, which I was planning on doing. But we had to survive that restart first because we had a couple guys staying out and kind of lost some track position and then got it back. But McIntosh was already setting sail, so The plan wasn't to be behind him to begin with, and then I got up to him, and I mean, he was. I heard Will giving him props. That guy deserves a heck of a lot of props tonight. I know he didn't get the finish he probably wanted, but that was super surprising and cool to see that Ty was out here wheeling the truck the way he was, because I was trying everything I could without just taking us both out to pass him, and it wasn't happening. And Will caught up, and then saw Hibbs caught up, Hunter Smith, like we were all backing up, and I was thinking of diving in a few laps earlier, but I was just kind of watching the mirror and making sure no one else was going, and they weren't. So we ended up getting to that lap 30 mark that I was looking for, and tried to, as subtly as possible, get out of the way and duck off without anyone following me. And it worked. And I was a little surprised with the margin we had coming out, but the clean air and the tires really helped out there to secure it.
Yeah, and secure it you did, but one thing we talked about all night. You don't run for points. You're out here for the love of the game and just to win races. But how cool was it? You're talking about Ty McIntosh and the drive he put on there tonight, and even guys like Hunter Smith, who came home in third with that one hell of a run. How cool is it to kind of come back to the Truck Series and kind of go toe to toe? Because I feel like every time I've been in the booth, especially here at Watkins Glen, Fody, you never disappoint. You put on a pretty good show, but how does it feel to have different players, I guess, tonight, to see some of these guys that we don't see battling with Tyler Fody's on a week in, week out basis?
Yeah, it made it more enjoyable for sure. It wasn't the usual players, and it was, I mean, guys that have been at this for a while and maybe aren't getting the opportunity as much, but it was really cool to see him up here. I know Will's a road course guy, so that wasn't a shocker, but seeing Ty up here, and even Hunter Smith coming up late there, made it more enjoyable, more fun. I mean, I was genuinely having fun just battling with Ty, trying not to get us wrecked. But yeah, I mean, props to him. Like I said, that's a South Shore Racing affiliate, so we're all buddies with that group, and they won the opening race with Rcae, so a lot of speed from that group over there, cool people. So always fun to see him running up there.
Hey, Bojo,
Well, again,
2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2 for Bojo schemes, that's for sure. If anyone else wants to run a Bojo scheme, you have a good chance when we go to Atlanta. But a good win for you. I know you say you got retirement coming soon. I'm sure other people are counting the days for that to happen. But ultimately, you raced out there with your brother and your dad here tonight. So I'm sure you had some fun with the family members. But ultimately, we want to let you do your thank yous and shout outs, because I'm sure these wins are difficult for most, but for you, they look so easy. So we want to go ahead and let you do your thank yous and shout outs, because when that retirement does come, you may not get to have the time to do it as much as you would like.
Well, yeah, just thanks to the Lake Norman guys as usual. Caleb, Dylan, Austin, all ran well tonight. My brother and my dad, like you mentioned as well. Always fun running with them. I do like to get out on a few of these truck races. As far as the rest of the season, it'll be whatever road courses y'all got left, and then Dega and I think a dirt race. But other than that, that's it for me with the trucks. And then just the Cup Crown Jewels and Super Speedway Xfinity, I think. But yeah, no, always fun running with those guys. Like I said, thanks to Ray Bracey as well with the Bojo designs. Love the stuff he's been making recently. And they've been winning too, so it's pretty cool to get him up there in victory lane. And then shout out to you guys here for running the cameras, doing the commentary, and giving us a show to watch back here.
Well, that was Tyler Fody, your race winner here at Watkins Glen. Didn't have the easiest time of it, but he definitely had the strategy that won out there at the end. Well, we appreciate everyone for tuning in for tonight's race. It is going to be a little bit before we go back live again on a Sunday night here in the Truck Series. It will be all the way on February 22nd. It will be Atlanta, be the old Atlanta. So we'll have some more sliding around for these truck drivers to be able to accomplish. So give it about a month and come back, and you'll be hungry again, just like the rest of them.
February 2nd. No, I'm
22nd.
looking at the wrong schedule. 22nd.
What
I'm
are
looking
you?
at the wrong schedule.
I
Yep,
said
wrong
that.
schedule. Yep. I was looking at the wrong schedule. My bad.
All right. Well, February 22nd. Don't get confused like Goody. Come back on February 22nd at Sunday night, where we'll see the third race of this regular season play out as We will look to see if maybe we'll get a third different driver come into victory lane, as they'll be going to another oval track. So no more road courses for a little bit for these drivers. We appreciate everyone for tuning in, as it was an incredible race for us to watch. We thank you and have a wonderful night. We'll see you on the February 22nd at Atlanta.